Welcome back to our live broadcast with myself, Nafisa Dango. Of course, creating this really igniting vibe with this Eat special that we have for you this afternoon. It's going to be very exciting. We're saying stay with us, join us, experience the journey with us. This is what we're trying to create with you. And we're definitely going to do that by, of course, going to Dhoda's farm. And we're going to be joined there with Sister Dudu Kaapu and Zakiya Shaik, and they're definitely going to give us a real take on the farm vibe. And I think we need that, especially now with the lockdown and a lot of us not being able to experience that during Eat Tomorrow. So we're going to cross over live to them. So let's see if we can hook up with them and have a chat to them about where they are right now. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Alaikum salam. How are you, Auntie Nafisa?
Alhamdulillah, it's good to see you, Sister Zakiya. It's nice to join you on the show this afternoon, especially in such an exciting vibe, with this Eid special that we're doing. Of course, with the Qurbani. I think everybody's excited to want to experience the farm vibe, knowing that not much is going to happen this year during the lockdown. So we're waiting for you to, of course, go out there and, help us experience it so that at least we feel that Eid vibe in some way.
100%. We're out here at the farm, and I think it's such an amazing experience to still be able to be carrying out our duties, and still making sure that we do what we need to do amidst all of this chaos. And so we've decided to come out here and give our listeners a bit of an Eid atmosphere, a bit of the farm vibe, knowing that we can't really go to the farms and slaughter this year, but still, alhamdulillah, we managed to pull through. So we're just going to be giving you guys a bit of the vibe, and yeah.
Yeah, so talk us through it. I mean, because a lot of the times we normally go to the farms ourselves, but unfortunately this year that's not what's happening. So we want you to paint this picture for us and help us just go through this journey. So at
Gee.
least we feel better during Eid Tomorrow, knowing that we have experienced it through you and, of course, Sister Dudu.
So we'd like to start off by actually speaking to the owner of the farm. His name is Shaik Dhoda. We spoke to him earlier a few days ago about his endeavors and stuff like that, and we just want to chat to him about how he's feeling, knowing, given Shaik, welcome to the show. And how do you feel knowing that despite everything, you're still out here trying to give people that farm, experience? Right.
Assalamu alaikum. So this year, we have embarked on a Qurbani on a bit of a larger scale than I usually do. This is my 5th year doing Qurbani, and it's the first year that I actually managed to get a property. The previous 4 years, I did it from my house, and this year, Alhamdulillah, I managed to get something. And for as long as possible, ever since I started this venture, the aim was to make Qurbani as affordable as possible for everybody wanting to do it. Unfortunately, due to the COVID circumstances this year, no public will be allowed onto the farm. However, people have come to view their sheep as per appointment. Those that wanted them delivered have been delivered per strict regulations, and those that preferred the contactless Qurbani option have taken that, and inshallah we'll be slaughtering about 125 sheep here tomorrow. Those are the people that have opted for some contactless Qurbani to happen.
Okay, and how is it different with COVID this year in terms of like the precautions and stuff like that? How are you planning to do that?
So, like we said, to minimize the risk, no public will be allowed onto the farm. So it will just be the people that are in charge of organizing whatever needs to happen, and the skinners, obviously, who will need to be skinning. But other than that, no public will be allowed onto the farm, and that's the difference this year. Normally, every year, I'm sure, like the public, those people that don't prefer to slaughter at home, will go to a farm and slaughter their own sheep, and that there are other farms that are offering this service where you can go and slaughter your own animal. However, this year I am not offering that option.
Okay, that makes sense. And then also, you do have the option of you slaughtering personally for the people.
Yes, those are the ones that are going to be done tomorrow.
Okay, and then in terms of cleaning and drainage, how do you guys plan to do that? Yeah, on the
So
farm.
there's a whole system. If you can see on the far side there,
Mhm.
there's there's a whole system that has been dug up there. You can see the individual bays over there that are separated. Um, yeah, and that's how the drainage will go, and that's where it will get slaughtered. And inshallah, it will all be okay.
Okay, Alhamdulillah. We actually also wanted to have some of the sheep shown to our listeners. Where are they?
The rest of the sheep are in there. They're busy picking them out for the orders that need to be delivered.
Okay. Do you want to demonstrate for us how to catch a sheep?
You will not
Come
be able
on.
to do that.
No? Okay, but anyway, that's I think the gist of it. And then Dudu also had a few questions for you in terms of like processes, Kurbani processes, just the general. So I'm going to hand over to Dudu and we'll take it from there, inshallah.
Assalamu alaikum, Brother Shaik. Shukran for having us here. Your beautiful farm with your sheeps. I'm actually surprised to see all of them. And as you mentioned, it's gonna be a tricky process throughout this year. So can you please elaborate on the way it's gonna be taken this year, when how different it is from last year's slaughtering and the years before?
Okay, so the years before, like I said, I just basically I used to just deliver to my customers. I do offer contactless kurbani like all through the years, and that worked out actually perfect for me because I didn't have facilities in the past for slaughtering. This year is different in the fact that I have my own place, and we'll be slaughtering here. So what will happen is the names of the people that we need to slaughter on behalf of. We will then look at the corresponding size that they have chosen, pick the size from there, take it in a manner that is safe and humane to the slaughtering holes, and without having any contamination, without any of them seeing the blood, we will then slaughter the animals.
So, this is a special occasion for all Muslims around the world, and it highlights the remembrance of Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam when he was given with this task. So, how does it feel for you being part of this process of actually being the one slaughtering? Does it remind you of anything? Does it make you feel at home and at heart?
So yes, we all know the incident of Ibrahim alayhi salam when he was asked to slaughter his son Ismail alayhi salam, and in place of that, Allah subhanahu wa taala sent down a ram in place of Ismail alayhi salam. So like that, we'll be slaughtering. There are some rams on the farm here, which we will be slaughtering like that. But other than that, it's basically the kurbani needs to be felt by the individual. It is your animal, it is your sacrifice that you need to make, and yeah, that's it.
Shukran for having us, and Eid Mubarak, and enjoy your Eid, and thank you for having us here. Salam. Over you to Nafisa. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam. That was very interesting because we got to actually get a take of the Dhoda's farm, the way they're working it this year from where they worked it last year. As you know, last year we could actually go out to the farm itself and experience the thing. But today we thought we'll just bring a different take for you so that you can actually, just get an idea of that Eid feel all over again about being on the farm, experiencing everything. And I think a little bit of this has gone a long way for us in many directions because we feel as though now we're really experiencing, as they call it, Bakri Eid. So I want to thank you for taking the time to actually come out there and explain to us the different concept of doing it. And let me wrap up with Sister Zakiya. Let me hand over to Sister Zakiya. Sister Zakiya, talk to us about the experience that you felt being there, knowing that it's a very different take this year as such.
Auntie Nafisa, for the past few weeks, I've been saying I'm so sad that I can't go to the farm this year and experience that Bakri Eid vibe. And, even if you're not personally slaughtered in, I think just being at the farm gives you that atmosphere. And it's sort of mandatory, it's good to feel that way. It's good to actually physically see the slaughtering happening. It reminds you, it's a good reminder. So I was very sad, and Alhamdulillah, I think Allah answered my du'as because I'm able to experience that farm vibe today, and it's so rewarding. It's so blessing just to be here to see this. I think it definitely serves as a reminder. It's very beneficial. So Alhamdulillah, and I hope we could have given our listeners a bit of the farm feel.
We can. There's sheep behind you, so we want you to actually show us the sheep behind you.
Yes. I think we should, Ziad, I think we should take the camera and show the listeners. Okay, so all the sheep are kept in there, I think. Oh, we catching one.
Now that's what we need to experience.
And then in here, they all herding up in here.
There we go. Now we feel as though we're really experiencing Dhoda's farm with all the sheep hanging around there. And now we feel as though we're experiencing this entire journey from Salam Media. And to all our listeners, take a look there. We're literally on a farm without having to be there physically. And I think that's just the amazing part about experiencing this with us today, because we're not going to be able to experience this ourselves tomorrow, unfortunately. But Sister Zakiya, this is definitely doing it for us. Seeing those sheep there, it allows us to reminisce about what we went through last year, but also it makes us feel, content that we actually are getting to experience it firsthand through you and through Sister Dudu.
Alhamdulillah, I'm so glad we've been given the opportunity. And I'd like to thank Shuaib also for the opportunity for allowing us to come through and do this. Jazakallah so much. And yeah, I hope that this has been beneficial in some way.
Most definitely it has, and we want to wish the farm owners. We'd like to, of course, firstly extend our thanks, a heartful thanks for allowing us to take this experience to all our listeners out there, so that it makes them feel as though they are experiencing it to some extent by going through this journey and this experience with us. Firstly, and secondly, we want to wish them a very Eid Mubarak, and of course to stay safe.
100%. I hear someone catching a sheep, but I'll pass on the message.
Jazakallah, and thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. And we wish you and Sister Dudu a very Eid Mubarak.
Jazakallah so much. Excited to see what's in store for the rest of the show.
Most definitely stay tuned with us. And we're hoping that you can grab a cup of coffee, because you definitely can't grab a piece of that liver at the moment.
Okay, Asina Faisal, over to you. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam. And that was Sister Dudu and Sister Zakiya, was giving us the first-hand experience of being on the farm. And unfortunately, as we were saying, we can't do it this year. But I think it all makes us feel so elated and so much happier. And you feel as though now you've been, experiencing a little bit of that Qurbani in some way. And I think it was most definitely a very exciting experience. And we hope we've enlightened you in some way as far as that goes. But we're going to go for a quick break. Stay with us. We'll be back with you in a bit.